SavageOrlandoMagic.com.
Vuce, first off, congratulations. Secondly, I know you probably wanted to come in a win, but just how satisfying was it to hear your name called as an NBA All-Star?
It was, one of the best feelings ever. I mean, just huge honor. Something that I'm very proud of being able to do in my career. Make the All-Star team twice now, especially this year. I think with all the guys in the East that could have made it, and it was very close. I think, and so it was very hard to know like it was going to be yes or no. So just very humble, huge honor, like I said, and hopefully not the last one. But I think I have to thank my teammates and the coaches for putting me in a position to be able to do this. From the beginning of the year and pushing me, and also talking about it in the media and stuff when people ask them. So but without them I wouldn't have been in the position to do it. So big thanks to them, and just a very huge honor for me.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Nick, when you made it 2 years ago, we learned how you found out. How did you find out this time?
Well, so Shams tweeted out the right like before like we went out to warm up and stuff. He tweeted out the names, and but I was like, people want to congratulate me and stuff, and I was just like, nah, until it's official, until like I get word from TNT, I can't. You never know. So it was all it was out. I wasn't really like it didn't really hit me until I found out after the anthem. When George and Joel told me when I was actually getting ready to. Actually, it was already after the anthem, and we were they're about to announce our starting five. So that's when I found out. A little less emotional than the first time, I think, because I guess then it was just kind of confirmation of what I knew. I was able to gather myself a little quicker than first time, but just still amazing moment to know you make it. It's special. I mean, you look at all the players in the history that haven't made it, or even this year, players that have had a great season that don't make it. It's just a very difficult thing to do and to achieve, and to be able to make it twice is just huge for me.
Luke Hetrick, Spectrum Sports.
Vuce, congratulations once again, man. Well deserved. You and Cliff have been very complimentary of each other earlier. He had talked once again about how much he enjoys coaching you. What has he meant to your success over these past couple of years?
He's been huge, I think, and for me, the steps that I've been able to take in the last 2.5 seasons since he's been here. When I talk about how Cliff has helped me, a lot of people think maybe it's, he's helped me with a certain skill or maybe something that I do on the court. And sure, there was some of that as well, but it was mainly the thing that he's been able to help me with is just my approach to the game, my mentality, my confidence. Is something that he's just, as soon as he came here the first time we met, things he told me is like, you're one of the best big men in the NBA. You can be a multiple-time all-star. There is so much, room for a game to grow. And, when the coach keeps telling you that over and over, and, for us, it was, a couple of difficult years here. And when you're losing a lot, you just, there's always a little bit of doubt, within yourself. And, you're one of the best players on the team, but the team is losing. It's like 20 wins a year. And you're just thinking, is it you? Like, well, what is it something I'm doing? What is it? So when you have a coach like that come and tell you all these things, it kind of, fires something up in you. And, as the year went on, first year, and, obviously his approach, he's very tough-minded, very direct. I was able to really buy into it and realize certain things as the year went on. And, each year it was more and more. And I think that approach just kind of helped me get to a whole other level. And that's what happened now. I think that the way I prepare for games, the way, I approach, practices, all things like that, I think it just helped me take the next step. And also, when you lose for so long, you build up, certain bad habits, and it's not always easy. I think that's just natural. And so, he was able to, help not only me, but I think a lot of guys on this team, kind of change that. But for me, that's when he had the biggest impact, just my approach. And I think that's kind of the thing that was missing, and my confidence just taken to a whole other level. And it's been, that's been the biggest difference for me. Obviously I improved as a player, also skill-wise and everything, but just that approach, I think it changed so much for me.
Christos Saltis, Sport DNA.
Hello, Nikola. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
I would like to ask you what it means for you to be an all-star for the second time of your career, especially this season, under the circumstances and the COVID situation, and also what is the most enjoyable part through this process for you?
Like I said earlier, it's a huge honor for me to be an all-star and to make it a second time. It's even more special. It's very difficult, like I said, to make it. There's so many players that were deserving this year, and I know I'm very thankful to the coaches for selecting me. I mean, they recognized what I've been doing all year, and when you gain the coaches' respect like that, it really means that you're doing a good job. So it's very, very special to me. The second part of your question was how do I feel about it in this year with everything going on?
What is the most enjoyable part for you through this process?
I mean, obviously, it's a different year because of all the COVID protocols, and you play with less fans, and have testing and different things like that. But it's the same for everybody, so it doesn't, it's not like it's one thing for me and different for everybody else. So you just adjust to it, and I think first it was a little different because it was so new for us, but I think after a couple of weeks we all just adjusted to it, understood that it has to be this way for our own safety and the safety of people that work around us and our families as well. And so I think guys, we don't pay attention to it anymore much. I think once, hopefully, whenever it gets back to normal, I think that will be then weird for us because hey, it's normal.
Rob Parks, 48minutes.com.
Vuce, congrats on the All-Star berth. Just talk about what you did before the season just to prepare to have your success now, and then talk about how you guys are going to prepare for the Brooklyn Nets on Thursday, because that's going to be a tough game.
I mean, I didn't do anything too different than I usually do. I was just, it was just a little different because we didn't really know when the season was going to start. The protocols, how you can work out and all that. So that was a little, different for me. But I mean, I took a couple of weeks off after the bubble, and then just, did regular work. I mean, just worked on my game, worked on my body, worked on my conditioning. So as far as that, nothing too special. I think what kind of helped me is, and I was playing very well in the bubble. I had a very good playoff series, and so I was feeling very, very confident, and I just had that motivation in myself that I wanted to continue and build upon that, and I knew I could do it, and it was just I really wanted to take the next step, and so I came in the year very motivated. I was feeling good. I was healthy, and so I started off well, and I just wanted to keep it at that level since the beginning. And when you get into a groove early and you play well, it's just much easier to continue to do that. So that was really much it for me. And as far as Brooklyn, well, obviously they're one of the best teams in the NBA. They've been playing great. They just had a 5-0 West Coast trip against some very good teams. So it's going to be a very difficult game. First time we saw them, they were missing Kyrie. So tomorrow, actually not tomorrow, on Thursday, they'll be completely, actually KD might be out. So we'll, it'll be different for sure to play against them because, they play together a little more. They came together a little bit. So we'll see, but we'll have to prepare them, very well. It's going to be a difficult game. They can obviously score the ball very well. They have a lot of, great players on the court, but, we'll take tomorrow to prepare and see how we do.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Vooch, when we were out there in 2013 for the Rising Stars game, you talked about how you wanted to be playing in the big game on Sunday. And then in 2019, you wanted to come back and play a second time. Just talk about what it means to you to hit those milestones and appreciate them kind of along the way in the journey.
Each milestone, you achieve is always, special. I always like to set certain things for myself and try to get achieve them, and it's kind of gives you that little extra motivation as the year goes on. But it's special. I mean, I think that you hear even the guys that have made it like 10, 15 times. Even for them, it's always special to make it. I mean, you get selected among 24 players only out of 450 to make it, and it's a special feeling, and it's a huge honor, something that I'm very proud of. It just shows that you achieved a great level of respect from coaches around the league, other players around the league, and I think especially when you're able to make it multiple times, I think it kind of fortifies that for sure. So it's just that's a fancy word I've never used before. So it's very I mean it's really special for me. I think it's I think all the other guys will say the same. It's just huge honor, like I said. So yeah, but I mean, hopefully it's not the last one. Hopefully I can continue and get to a third one and fourth one and so on. So we'll see. But for now, I'll enjoy this one.
Luke Hetrick, Spectrum Sports.
Vooch, Terrence had said a few minutes ago that your appreciation level among players and coaches is high around the league, but among fans, it's not where it should be. How do you assess kind of what the respect you get from around the NBA fans is, and how that maybe limits you when you're not in one of these mega markets, when you're in a smaller market like Orlando?
Well, I mean, to me, the most important thing is that first, my teammates respect me and the coaches I work with every day, because they see me every day. They know the work I put in. They, have this. They just know a different part of me that other people don't know. So for me, that's most important. And after that, it's other players around the league and coaches, and I know I have that for sure. And I think it shows, that I get selected in All-Star game twice now, and when we play and when you talk to other players, coaches, I just know the way that they prepare for you when you play and stuff like that. So you get, I knew I had that, and to me that's most important, because those are the people that really know the game, that watch games, that watch you play, that follow you and things like that. So to me, that's the most important. And as far as fans, I mean, I think since I've been here, we haven't had many national television games. We've only been to playoff twice. We're not a big market, so I think that the real NBA fans, the people that really follow the game closely and that are really into it, they know how good I am. I know fantasy players like me a lot because I'm usually pretty good in that. But and then I mean, you have people that don't necessarily maybe follow as much, as close, and they follow a little bit, and and that's normal. I mean, they don't, they're gonna follow the best team, the best players, and that's just the way it is. I mean, like when I watch other sports, I'll watch mainly the best teams and the best players, and that's just the way it is. And it honestly doesn't bother me much. It's not a reason why I play basketball, but I think that, over the past few years, I've also expanded to where more and more people know me. But I mean, now it's always nice to get recognition. But like I said, for me, most important is, my teammates and my coaches, people I work with every day. And then after that, the people around the league, which I know for sure I have.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Nick, there was a moment in the late in the second quarter where pretty much all Magic fans were really concerned. They saw you hobble off the court. What did you hurt, and are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just got bumped in my knee. I don't even know what's it called that the doctor told me, but it was just in a weird spot. So it felt like my knee was giving in. I was trying to I thought I just got bumped. So I was trying to kind of shake it off, but it just kept giving in. So I couldn't really push off or anything. So I just, asked Cliff to call timeout so I can get it checked out, see what is it. I wasn't too worried because I knew I didn't really do anything that, could, to make it something bad, but I just couldn't really push off or anything off of it. So I mean, anyway, I had to get out until it calms down, but it was fine after 5-6 minutes. The feeling came back and I was able to continue to play.
I think that will do it. Thank you so much.